Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Sippin with Shawn. It's actually the debut episode of Sippin with Shawn on the Till Death Podcast Network. So just to kind of like, I guess if you don't already know from watching The Whiskey Capitalist and from watching Till Death Podcast and whatnot, I'm Shawn. You can see my handle down here in the corner where it says at I'm Shawn Cav. That's my Twitter and also my Telegram. I think I got some banners here that I can pull up here or something along those lines. Or I actually have some technical help here on the show. There we go. Well, that's for the Patreon page. So patreon.com/Sippin with Shawn. And I wanted to bring up my email here for this one because this is going to be for anybody who wants to write in articles or just like, stories or anything like that. This is going to be the place where you can actually drop like those kind of messages and whatnot. So sippinwithshawn@protonmail.com. You can go and send it there. Looks like I'm getting more banners added as we go, like solo.to/imshawncav for all of my links. You know what? We're going to go ahead and kind of skip through some of the other stuff here, but those are the main ones for right now. And what I want to do for now is kind of give you a little bit of a background for myself, and then we'll get into some of the fun stuff as well, because that's the whole point of the happy hour. We got our drinks in hand, or at least I do. And I feel like I'm a little dark in this light. I keep on I'm blasting this light at me, and it's not really making much of a change here. So I'm just going to let it go for what it is. But cheers, everybody. Today's Veterans Day as well, so I hope you reached out to some of your veteran friends or family members and just said thank you. Just a little something like that usually goes a long way with them, of course. So, I just reached out to a bunch of people I knew and that had served or, are serving. And, just kind of a nice gesture, especially since, they're fighting for our freedoms. They're fighting for the country and whatnot, or they have fought for the country. And that's, huge risk and like sacrifice that a lot of us, haven't done, so therefore, they get some extra kudos today. But so let's go ahead, and I have a bunch of different topics to get to, but I want to get to the intro that my friend Ian already made for us. This is a badass fucking intro for the show. So check this out. It's TildeathStudios. He does all the digital media for the network and for this show. So check it out. Short, sweet, to the point. It's intense. It's really intense intro compared to like myself. I'm not that kind of crazy guy. But so let's get with the first topic. First one I want to do is I'm doing a basement remodel right now, and not like a crazy like construction type remodel. It's more or less like I'm sick of looking at it the way it's been for the past, 10, 12 plus years. It's been a while, it's been the same setup, and it's been a great setup for what it's been, but it's time for a change. And because before I had it my basement's kind of long ways, and it's I have a projector kind of movie screen set up with good sound system and everything. So it's good for viewing, but because it's so fucking narrow, it's almost impossible to have or to entertain people down there. It's mostly this is my room. It's or for me and my wife, we'll just go and we'll sit in the basement and just watch a movie or watch some kind of series or something like that. And it's okay. I mean, it's cool to have that, but at the same time, it's not, I don't know, it's not the entertainment quality that I want to have in my house. And I always wanted to have a bar. I always wanted to have my own bar to kind of have in the house. So right now I am actually taking the room and kind of turning it 90 degrees, the whole thing. So instead of this long hallway of a room, which again, no windows, it's really a movie theater. It's pitch black in there. So it's great for a projector and all that, but I'm basically turning the entire room 90 degrees. I'm wall mounting a large screen with I'm putting a sectional couch in, and then also having a bar installed, so that way I'll be able to entertain guests and stuff like that come over to the place. And also I want to plan on probably doing some live streams from the bar. I'm going to call it Cavs Tav, because that's fun. It's just gonna be a cool name for having my own basement bar, Cavs Tav. And I'll probably get a sign and all that type of shit, but it'll just be fun. It'll be a cool spot, and I think it'll make the live streams a little bit more entertaining too, because it's a little something different. But so that's kind of what I got going on with my own personal life currently right now. A little background on me: father, husband, professional musician, kind of an asshole, alcoholic at times, opinionated. I definitely have a lot of conservative takes on things. Some people tend to think that oh, well, I'm not conservative enough on some things or another, but that's just kind of what makes me me, I think. And why I'm trying to think more critically about certain topics than just kind of whatever it might be, following the herd of whatever narrative it is, and that's kind of what I try to strive for. I try to always strive for some kind of a self independent thought process that kind of adds something. So when we do the Whiskey Capitalist show, which is Mondays and Wednesdays, currently we're doing 2-hour shows, and it's Mondays are 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern time, and then Wednesdays are 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. And I promise you, not all the Sippin With Shawn shows are going to be all this talk in the beginning and this and that, because right now, this is the first episode. I got to get all this stuff out in the open before anything else. I am a Maker's Mark ambassador, so majority of the brown liquor you're going to see me shoving down my gullet or pouring down my gullet is going to be Maker's Mark. And occasionally it'll be something else, like 1776 from James E. Pepper, which is another fantastic bourbon that I'll usually go to. I'm not as versed in bourbons as I thought I was. When I start saying to people oh, I love bourbons, they'll be like, oh, well, do you ever have this one? And then they'll start rattling off some kind of I don't know. To me, it's definitely a whiskey jargon or a bourbon jargon that I'm not familiar with. I'm I don't know anything you're talking about. You don't know? The one I was they were shocked that I didn't know about this, because there's a bourbon drinkers group thing in my area, and they were saying, you ever have the Buffalo Trace one that's this? And I don't even know what Buffalo Trace is. And then they're like, you don't know what Buffalo Trace is? Oh my God, blah, blah. And like, come to find out, like the distillery's only been around for like a couple of years, and it's actually almost impossible to get a bottle. You have to like go to the distillery to go and get a bottle at this point because they're so back ordered, and like they, as soon as they come into like certain distribution centers and that carry it, they're sold out. Like, or people are pre-ordering it or something along those lines. It's like almost impossible to get this stuff. And I was like, so I'm not even that embarrassed to admit that, like, I didn't know what the fuck it was because I don't ever see it when I'm going to the store and trying to buy it, you know, like, and like when I'm on flights or anything like that, it's usually like Woodford bourbon and whatnot. So like, I'm fine with all that stuff, whatever. But like, I don't know all the niche little bourbon drinks that like I probably should know, but whatever. Like, it's just, I like what I like and I drink what I drink. I recently was down in Mexico and I got really into tequila. Like, tequila was one of the things where I've never been a tequila drinker in like all the years that I've been drinking. But like just doing like I'm sorry, I was gonna say bourbon tasting, a tequila tasting down in Mexico, where they actually go through and they explain the difference between like mezcal and tequila, and they go into like, you know, like what the farmers go through and how much work is involved in the whole thing. It made me kind of like really appreciate it a lot more. So then I was like, oh, you know what? Like, I think I could probably get behind something like that. And you know what? Like, I bought like a couple of bottles of tequila when we were down in Mexico, brought it home. I haven't opened them yet. like they're delicious. Don't get me wrong, but like I'm back home and I have my bourbon. So like I just kind of go right to the brown liquid. And that's another kind of rule of thumb I've come to, you know, like where during the daytime, clear liquids, like I'll do like a gin and tonic, or I'll do like a tequila drink or something along those lines where it's like a clear liquor versus at night it's brown liquor. Yeah, just thought I would share like a little bit of insight into like my drinking patterns and whatnot. Hey, yeah, what's going on, guys? Hey, I gotta check for these comments here. Hey, thanks for the intro. Put a little head through the wall, robbed the bank, base jumped, El Captain, all while chugging some Mountain Dew. Extreme. That is extreme, dude. Thank you so much for commenting. Hey, girl. Thank you for joining. Okay, so let's get to some articles. I think like this make some fun out of this. Right now, this first one isn't an article, but it's a new profile on Twitter I came across, which I am like fascinated with, and I just can't stop like looking through it now. And I came across this. This is the initial post that I came across where it's fucked up looking foods. And now like I'm just watching this, and it's literally like a cheeseburger eating a pickle. Like, I don't know what to think about this. This is like, is there bugs in it? Is there some kind of manipulation going on with like the burger underneath the table? Is it like some kind of like, is this some David Blaine or Chris Angel type shit? Or is this like a legit, like a horror movie type scenario? Like, to me, it feels like a horror movie because of like, I did look at it, I'm seeing like the Blob, because like just seeing like a terrible looking beef patty with some like a slice of like Velveeta like melted on top of it. And it's like munching down on a pickle, which none of my food should be munching on food while I'm trying to eat it. That's just fucking weird. But yes, if I keep on going down through here, this is another interesting one, right? It's a condom full of spaghetti. Fun, right? Right? This is it's an Angus flytrap. Thank you, Ian. What else we got here? Some ball-shaped cookies. This is just like a fun page. I highly recommend people follow it. And then we got a butt plug with a corn dog. Now, to me, like, I don't know, the purpose behind this, like, is the person with the butt plug serving somebody else the corn dog, or is the person who's eating the corn dog just like chasing after the person who's got like the butt plug in their ass? Like, so there's kind of like a cat mouse thing here. Like what came first? I don't know what to think with this one, but I don't know. I'm curious to see what would happen next. That's for sure. Reese's Pieces, just one. You know, perfect serving size right there. Just one. But I would recommend checking this one out if you have not seen that profile before, because that's an interesting one for sure. Wholesome family content. Yeah, no, it's going to be like this because like it's happy hour now. We're drinking. The work week is done, guys. Enjoy the weekend so we can kick it off with Shawn here. We're going to go to some of the other stuff that I have bookmarked as well because I got all kinds of crazy shit that I came across. Now, one of the articles that I found that I thought we should probably talk about, corn dog butt plug, one for each hole, dealer's choice. Thank you, movies. So if you're from this story, I was just told about earlier today, and it's they call it a transgender beauty. You know, I'm putting it in quotes because that's the headline. A transgender beauty influencer was put into a men's jail after her arrest. Now, this is Nikita Dragun. I don't know. It's with a G-U-N. So to me, it's like a silly name. 'Tis a silly name. Let me pull up the actual thing here because I forget when I click on links, it opens up a new tab. And then you can't view what I'm seeing, and that's not cool. So from what my understanding is, you know, so she's like a makeup YouTuber type deal. You know the type. They go and they sit there and they spew their opinions at you, just like how I am. But I'm not doing my makeup, and I'm not very pretty or nothing like that. And like this is a dude, by the way. This is a dude. And so the story goes. Let me see if it's down here. Transgender creator was held in a men's prison, was arrested for allegedly causing a disturbance and walking around the Good Time Hotel pool naked. Gross. According to local news 10, hotel security staff reportedly told Dragon to stop. She threw water at them. So to me, it's like she's kind of like, I'm going to splash water at you. Leave me alone. I'm naked in your pool. Creep. Police were called and arrived at her room. Where security staff again told her to stop disturbing patrons patrons at the hotel, and she would have to leave. Dragon allegedly then threw an open bottle at the security guards and police officers. So that escalated quickly from like splashing water to like, I'm going to throw a fucking bottle at you. Like, and who knows what kind of a bottle it was. I'm imagining a beer bottle, but hitting them and covering them in water. So like a bottle full of water. I don't know. Maybe it was a plastic bottle then, but I imagine it escalating to like a glass bottle. I don't know why it would just be a water bottle. Ariana Mande representatives for, so like, all right. So basically, let me see if I have some other notes here for this one. Now, okay. So basically when it comes down to this, I'm going to pull up the actual photo here so that way we can talk about this a little easier. So what I'm seeing is that like people are really upset on Twitter about this because they're putting a trans female into an all men's prison, but she is a biological male. So again, the court systems and everything aren't as woke as like society and like Hollywood and all these types of things. So instead, they look at it and say, all right, well, you were born male. You're going to be with other males when you break the law. Just stop breaking the fucking law. What's so hard about that? You stop breaking the fucking law. You don't have to worry about going to prison with all the biological men. What do you think is going to happen there? You know, like, first off, there's already gays in prison. Like there's already gays there. So like, and there's like the queens, which are the ones that get all dolled up. So what's the difference? What's the difference from like her going into like the all male prison and just being like one of the queens? You know, like there's no difference there. Now, the thing is, people are really upset about this because they feel that it's like infringing on her rights as a transgender female, that she should be allowed to go to an all female prison. But the thing is, we've seen already when those types of things are put into place where the women end up getting pregnant from the transgender females. So like there's still rape going on. There's still sex or whatever. Even if it's consensual and you say there's still sex going on in those scenarios. And then like what the state's got to pay for like all like either the abortion or for like the whole birthing process, seeing the doctors, ultrasounds, delivery, you know, like all that. And then they're going to have to put that kid into like foster care or something because obviously he's not staying in the prison, you know? So like there's huge expenses that go along with these types of risky moves when they could just be like, okay, you have male genitalia. You go over here. You go with the rest of the male genitalia. And then vice versa. Nature finds a way. What are we watching? Jurassic Park? It's like, oh, they have an island full of females, and all of a sudden, like, they're laying eggs. Oh, they talked about this. Yeah, the dog. Was it the frogs? It was like the frogs for in Jurassic Park. Yeah, that's what we're dealing with. We're dealing with a whole frog scenario here, where like she's just gonna magically turn into like, or like one of them's she's gonna magically turn into a female, being around a bunch of males. Anywho, my thoughts on this were it's like, all right, so like everyone's still pissed off about a trans female going to go be with biological males. Okay, because I see you're trying to say, oh, a female shouldn't be with males in prison. Fair enough. What about a trans male, which, you know, they identify as male? So why not put them with all the biological males? Wouldn't that make sense then? Wouldn't that make everybody happy? It should make everybody on the woke side happy, because guess what? Now we are acknowledging your gender. Now you can go and join them. Oh, wait, that's not good enough either. Why? Because you'll run the risk of getting raped and or pregnant from a bunch of criminals and like psychotics in prison. Maybe like just don't break the fucking law, and then you won't have to worry about all these types of scenarios. Again, these are the same people who are going on about like Brittany Griner and whatnot. It's like, listen, the woman broke the law, and now she's stuck over in prison. She's stuck over in Russia in prison for about like 9 something years still. And like she filed for appeals, and it didn't get anywhere with that either. Oh, there we go. They're too preoccupied with whether they could. They didn't stop to think if they should. Yes, thank you. That's a Jeff Goldblum quote. Thank you, Ian. Yeah, just keep throwing fucking Jurassic Park quotes. Hold on to your butts. But again, there's already gays in prison. So what's the problem in this scenario? I don't see it. And also, let's be honest, the fact that, like, you know, she doesn't look like the rest of the biological males, they're probably not going to put her in Gen Pop. Plus, she's also like some type of like a YouTube star. I don't know if that gives you any like credit for like, you know, a privatized like or a singular like cell and stuff like that, and like, you know, private meals. I don't know what that all entails, but I'm sure like she's got a whole legal team that's there to defend her and try to like put her into Men Pop. Men Pop. But like there's going to be a legal team that's going to prevent her from actually going into Gen Pop with the whole thing. You didn't say the magic word. Nice everybody, you're killing it today. Let's see here, let's keep going with this. What else do I got? Oh, and also the other thing is that like, she's only going to be in prison temporary. Like she didn't like kill somebody. She like she was disrupting patrons in a hotel, and then she ended up going and like throwing a bottle at security and police officers. Now, if it was just a water bottle, meaning plastic water bottle, I mean, like it still falls under assault of a police officer, because honestly, you could spit and like that's assault. You know, like anything like that, you could like trip them by accident. That's assault. You know, like, there's all kinds of like gray areas when it comes to that stuff, but still in all, it's like it's a temporary thing right now, because you know they're going to end up posting bail or something like that, getting her out of the whole scenario. It's a whole thing. Now, like I guess maybe in this entire scenario she expected special treatment. It's like, oh no, you go to the men's prison, but I do makeup. Yeah, so do all the other queers that are in prison. So go ahead, go hang out with them. So like, I don't know. That's the first article right there, where it's Nikita Dragon is heading off to prison, or she's already in prison. Now, let's see, what else do I have here? Didn't I made notes here. I have all kinds of notes. Let me show you guys my notes sheet here real fast, because this is how this is what I do during the day. Usually I'm sitting here and I make all kinds of notes on my whiteboard. I'm just like, all right, I want to hit that. I want to talk about this. These are all my points. And I probably should get organized and like actually write like a real like sheet out. But the thing is, like, this is just much easier for me. It's a whiteboard right in front of my face. All right, let's go to the next one. So this next one is actually an old story, but I feel like it's just going to be fun to talk about it anyway, just because it was sent to me. They said, oh, you got to talk about this on your live stream. I'm like, Yeah, but it's an old story. It's from like 2019. It's like, you didn't hear about it. This is true. I didn't hear about it. And it's just a funny thing anyway. So why don't we just do this for the fun of it? Let's see here. Present and there it is. I should have opened all these tabs ahead of time, but I wasn't thinking clearly, obviously. Whoop. There we go. So, man shot himself in the foot after throwing a shoe at a cockroach. Actually, the original headline is much better. The original headline is, man shot himself after throwing a shoe at a cockroach. So the initial headline leads you to believe that these cockroaches are fucking vicious. That like he got shot after he threw a shoe at one. Now this is in Chicago, and the story is even more interesting than that because the man was like home alone, and he threw a shoe at a cockroach in his living room. Yeah, it may as well have been Florida Man. How about it, Brendan? This is totally a Florida Man type story, but this is Chicago. So, it is. No, I'm sorry. It's Detroit. I got to be more particular about one of my black cities here. So it's Detroit. Oh, don't give me that look. Don't give me that look. I can see you down there. I have my producer help down here that's giving me like, oh, I can't believe you said that. Anyway, it's Detroit, the other dangerous city. And no, so here's even more of an interesting thing that happened with this. This guy who got shot in the foot after throwing a shoe at a cockroach is in a wheelchair. So he doesn't have use of his legs. My thought was like, why did he have shoes? Like I don't know. I guess like you wear them just because you that was a thought that I had like when I was thinking about this. Like, why do people in wheelchairs wear shoes? You know, like besides keeping their feet warm, but they can't feel their feet. You know, like so I'm like, is it just like to kind of like a social norm? Like that type of a thing. I mean, like they can't feel their legs either most of the time. So I hope they still wear pants, but usually they have like a blanket over them or something like that. So I don't know. Like this is one of those things I'm crossing my brain. It turns out that this guy, when he threw his shoe at the cockroach, there was a gun inside the shoe. And when he threw it, the gun went off and shot himself in the leg. Now, whether or not he felt the gunshot is something completely different. I have no idea. I have no idea whether or not he felt it. But like, I was like, man, like, why would you like bother with something like that? I don't. To me, it just seems weird. If I had a wheelchair, maybe I would try running it over. Maybe you couldn't get that close to it. There's all kinds of weird scenarios with the whole thing. But what is this one now? Like, man shot after throwing a shoe at a cockroach. So wait, who had the gun? It was definitely the cockroach. There's some dangerous fucking cockroaches that get out of our floor. This is our floor, man. This is my apartment. El Cockroacha. Martha's Vineyard. Sure. The mayor of Chicago is actively working to arm the cockroaches too. Oh, good stuff, guys. Good stuff. Thank you. Thank you for not making me the most offensive one in the room. So, let's see here. It's a quick short story, but it's kind of funny. It's a funny one, I suppose. As soon as I heard it was like a couple years old, I was kind of like, whatever. It was Joe Biden's talking about black kids again. It's like, well, it was like, what did he say before? It was like, was it not even like the smart kids or something like that? It was something along those lines where he was talking about like white kids and then the black kids like totally separate. It's like, even the black kids can be smart too, or something something along those lines. I forget what exactly it was that he said, but it definitely came across in poor taste. Let's see here. Even that one I said was in poor taste. Let's see here. Oh, what's the next one I got? Here. This is another quick, easy story. But let me open up the link here so it doesn't make me look like an asshole every time I try to do this. I just wish I really wish that StreamYard had like a more mainstreamed way of like showing tabs. Like if it would just be like open, like, I want to share my window, and then I can just choose which tab much faster than like what it currently is. Like now I have to like unshare and then share again. It's like a whole process, guys. So just bear with me on this. But I make my rent money in 10 minutes. I don't know why people work so long hours. I just add a few words because I wanted to make it really accentuate what's going on in this story here. So this girl, could you guess? Let's guess her career real fast. Can anybody guess? Black kids are as smart as white kids. Thank you, Ian. There it is. See, I'm half R-worded, so like it's all good. I can't remember every single quote that came from the man who can't form sentences. Anywho, this is just kind of like I should just make this my background. This is Ian, I want this to be my new background for on the show. Just like a bunch of girls just surrounding me the whole time. But anyway, so she makes her rent money in 10 minutes. Now this thing went, she's a mechanic, nuclear physicist, librarian, marine biologist. Thank you guys. Thank you for some really smart guesses here. So it turns out she has an OnlyFans account. Believe it or not, I don't want to like surprise anybody, but she has an OnlyFans account. Now, she like posts like this one video, and it's like, it's literally like 10 seconds long. There's nothing to the video. It's literally just kind of like her standing there. Let me make myself a little bit bigger here. She's standing there. She kind of like poses with the camera. She kind of cocks her head a little bit. You know how the girls do that. They always like that. And then the next thing you see is either her or a dude like laying out a towel on like a couch, and like that's the I guess like the spot where like she's about to get like plowed, but or something along those lines. But like it's definitely like, you know, she's doing porn. Like, don't try and sugarcoat it. You are an independent porn maker. Like if you have an OnlyFans account and like you're just getting naked and shoving dicks and dildos into all your crevices and the orifices, like you're not doing anything brilliant, or like you're not contributing to society by any means. You post like a 10-second clip on like your TikTok or something of you just kind of like doing a little, look at me, everybody. I have a career and you guys work so hard to make your rent. Yeah, the rest of us are contributing to society and we don't get paid millions of dollars to just go and like get naked. And like, you know, also how much money do you think she put into just looking like that as well? Like, because like that's definitely got to be some like cosmetic surgery. We're talking about whether it's like a boob job, Brazilian butt lift, we're talking about like liposuction, Botox in the lips and the forehead, you know, like, so like she's doing all this type of shit to look a certain way. So spend like a couple $100,000 on like trying to make yourself into this like Barbie doll type like physique, and then what does that do for you? I guess if anything, it's making her rent in 10 minutes. Yeah, I guess that's one way of looking at it. In advance, I thought I could pay mortgage in a few minutes to have to do OnlyFans too. Yeah, no, you should. At this point, guys, like what's to stop us? What's to stop us from just going and like start a fucking OnlyFans, and you know what? Just collect all the gays. Get a bunch of gay dudes watching you jerk off. If it pays the fucking bills, I guess like the only thing that like is the bad side to the whole scenario would be that like, you know, you're putting yourself out there like that on the internet, which to me honestly I'm not a fan of. But if you can make your money in 10 minutes, shit, like that. But I'll almost guarantee you none of the dudes that are out there trying to do like an OnlyFans account are making that any kind of money like that. It's these young like 19-year-old girls, whatever, doing this. And like, it says, "Go little porn star," like in this little quote here, like "Go little," because these are coming in from like different people, smoking, drinking, playing, including phrases like "Go little porn star." And it's like she's so proud that she's just getting like rammed from all directions, and like most people are thinking like that's sad, but like, you know, then the people are coming back at us. So here's the actual video. Here is like the most controversial video ever. Where it's here.
Hey guys, this is Ian, the producer right here. Just want to let you know Shawn's having a little bit of technical difficulties. He will be back in just a minute. Just wanted to let you all know everything should be fine. I think it just crashed the stream with what he was looking at. I don't think his computer could handle it. But just stick around just for a minute and he should be back. Oh, I see him popping up. See him trying to get it up right now. Sorry, guys. Just wanted to let you know. So if you're watching the stream right now, it's not just a blank screen. Just wanted to let you guys know. All right. So actually, yeah, Shawn is trying to get his OnlyFans going right now. So he can have something to sell for you guys. But if you just stick around just for a minute, he should be coming back on. I see him popping up here in the backstage area, trying to get everything going. But oh, excuse me. But yeah, so hopefully, thank you guys for being a part of the show. You good? Okay. I just had to step in and help.
I appreciate this is why we have you here, Ian, because otherwise my show would be all fucking ruined. And it's all because my internet decided to crash. Like there's no internet in the house. I'm on my hotspot yet again. So fun, right?
Kept seeing you trying to get it up real quick. So
I was trying, and like the whole thing is it was like, no, Shawn, nope, you can't come back, not yet. And then when I could come back, it's like you get no video, no video for you.
Say the magic word. Okay, cool. I'm back out of here.
All right, buddy. Thank you. Wow. Okay. Sorry about that. Obviously, I have shit fucking quality internet, and I have to constantly use my fucking hotspot in order to get like service at my house. And I'm gonna need to get more bourbon after this because this is becoming very stressful. I actually we were doing just fine with the show beforehand, and then this shit fucking happens, and then I get mad. Anyway, that was a white break if I ever seen one. I'm sorry, Brendan. Jesus Christ. Oh, I'm trying to click on shit here. Need a midstream release. Yeah, everybody, if you have a drink for me right now because I need a fucking second. All right. Fucking hell. All right, back at it because all right, so fuck the OnlyFans bullshit. That's stupid. I hate people that do fucking OnlyFans. It's a fucking waste of time. All right, now anyway, let me open up this article because this is a good one. You're gonna enjoy. This is a fun one, guys. Fun. Let's see here. Get out of your ad. Dead sexy. Woman caught at airport carrying boyfriend's ashes inside sex toy. Now, I shared this one on my Twitter. I tend to typically share some of these articles that, ahead of time, and I'll share them on my Twitter feed or anything like that because I'm kind of saving it for myself later. But I just put out one of my thoughts when it comes down to this. Let's see here. Here's the actual photo here. So I think that's the late boyfriend there. Now, what had happened was they didn't talk about how he died necessarily in the article, but one of the things that she was flying from Middle Eastern air, and she's Australian, so she's going from Middle East to Australia, and she stopped at TSA, and they're caught. That's illegal. Well, I don't know if it's illegal. She was caught with it though. Well, till death of forget to tell you. What? Doing a till death of. Okay. Forgot to tell you. Okay. Okay. Gotcha. OnlyFans. Now I understand. I was going capital of what? Because I'm retarded. Anyway, so now let's look at this couple. It's a young couple here. This guy died and then obviously was cremated. Now, one of the things in this article, which I found the most interesting, was that one of his last gifts that he ever gave her was this steel butt plug. I don't know, he must have had some type of a really a cancer like he knew his time was limited. Something along those lines where he's on like his deathbed and he's like, "I got something for you, babe." And he's like, "What is it? What do you have for me? Open the box." And then they open the box. It's not in the box. It's a or sterling silver or like a stainless steel a butt plug, and inside you can be a joke. Like, keep on clicking out. I don't know what's going on with this thing. Like my screen keeps on kind of what Wi-Fi still connect good. Got some breaking up speed. Oh, Jesus Christ. It better not be fucking doing this shit. So I think we're good right now, Mr. Roboto. All right. Anyway, I don't know what you guys call for that. So he gives her this sterling silver or like this like stainless steel like as a joke. It's a joke gift because he's on his deathbed, like and she's traveling back and forth to see her family. She goes and for this gift was because it's favorite places to be. That kind of tells you a lot right there. Just the fact that she created or she like inside her ass through TSA just to see what would happen. And yeah, she was held there in the Middle East by TSA because they didn't know what to fucking do with this shit. And they said that if you left, you were going to be arrested. So they had to wait to get there and they kind of like released her and this and that. But like, it's just absolutely insane that like someone would go around with their significant others like ashes of their ass. So yeah, that's right. And I feel like mine's still kind of like flakier, Ian. So like I'm gonna try and like see if I can reconnect my internet. It's like it's fine. Can you tell me if my internet is working fine right now? Because I feel like I see my shit flaking out. Okay, I'm bringing I'm gonna step out for just 1 minute, and then I'm coming right back in. So
Okay, I guess I'll help.
I appreciate it just for right now because next time I'm just gonna work off my hotspot. I'm not gonna even bother trying to use my Wi-Fi at this point because I guess right now everyone's trying to get on their Pornhubs or something like that. At the end of the day, it's the end of the work week. They're like, oh, time to drop them pants and start whacking it. So like, you know, like this is the internet's being all sucked up by jackoffs. All right, I'll be right back.
All right, so we're going to go through a couple of comments while Shawn is going and fixing his internet. Let's see. So yes, we are going to be doing a Till Death OnlyFans. Forgot to tell you, we're not. Sorry, guys. At movies, I just want to let you know we're going to be asking a lot more of you. Let's see. Yes, Shawn does need to stop doing his live stream from the dark side of the moon. Yep, I was very proud of this particular one. Ashes. Let's see. Yep, we need to figure out how to get him that Starlink, that Elon Musk. Fuck donations. He can make an OnlyFans like the rest of the hopeful internet personalities. For just the price of a cup of coffee, you can support Shawn. You can support a Shawn in need with his internet deficiencies. As long as I can pay my rent in 5 minutes. Yes, of course. That's all we're going for. I'm going to be showing my feet. I hear that's a big part of the internet. And he's back.
I'm back. Yeah.
Just so I just thought I'd let you know. Movie said you need to stop doing your live stream from the dark side of the moon.
I know.
Ashes. That was
Ashes.
One of my favorites.
Ashes. Yeah.
It said fuck donations. He can make an OnlyFans like the rest of the hopeful internet personalities.
That's right.
For just the price of a cup of coffee, you can support a Shawn in need with his internet deficiencies. I told everyone that yes, we are doing OnlyFans and movies. I'm sorry, we're gonna ask more of you. So 5 minutes. You going twice? You're just pulling a tubing, guys. You're just pulling a tubing.
Gotcha.
All right, I'm out of here.
All right, thank you. All right. At this point, we're cutting down to like the last quarter of the happy hour episode here, and I'm kind of like running out of some of the stuff here, but I have a few more articles and I have a few more videos that we can touch on for sure. And yeah, I need a little 3-minute break here where just to kind of like recharge, get a new drink, and also fix my fucking internet because that seems to be the biggest issue as of lately. And let's see here. So the next one, let's start doing some fun videos. Let's just get right on into it because fun videos are the way to fucking go. Quick draw McGraw here. Yeah, I know, guys. Relax. Everybody calm yourselves. Calm your tits. All right. So I don't know if you guys have seen this video, but this video has me fucking going nuts where I watched this interaction between like the woman and like the guy, and every time I'm just kind of like, I'm blown away by, let me see if I can, that's not going to work. It's actually better to view it like this because I can actually like shrink it up like that. There you go. All right. So watch this dude right here and this woman's reaction, because every time I watch this, I get a little something more out of this.
Center of the platform.
Like, so what would you do for a half-eaten box of noodles? Now, like, I'm watching this woman. She's kind of eating like Chinese food or some shit on the subway. First off, don't eat food on the subway. Period. Just don't do it. And then secondly, all right, this guy, he's going around, he's barefoot. He's got no shirt. I'm pretty sure his sweatpants are ripped. So he's basically kind of like in a George of the Jungle kind of like man groin thing covering him. And like, it just kind of like drapes down to his legs there. So like, he's a complete fucking mess. Now this dude is looking at this box of noodles or this little like plate of noodles or whatever you want to call it, basically as though it's like, that's like the hottest thing he's ever fucking seen. I need it. He's gonna go. He's gonna rip it out of her fucking hands. Now, at first, you think he's looking at her. You're like, oh man, like what's gonna happen? Is he gonna beat the shit out of this woman or something? Like, because he's in his seat or some shit like that. I have no idea like what initially he's thinking of. But then like when he goes to grab the food, he doesn't like try to grab the plate. He there's a scooping motion that's necessary for that. Instead, it's more of like I'm gonna reach my fucking hand into your food and however much noodles or rice I can hold in my fist is all I need. Now I understand like the serving portion type thing where it's like, oh, you should only eat as much protein as the size of your fist or something like shit like that. But like this takes it to a whole nother level where this guy says, oh, I'm gonna grab it. And he's like, I imagine it kind of like a Randy Savage, like, oh, I'm gonna grab it and then I'm gonna bend it and I'm gonna eat it. And so it's like a whole like a WWF like monologue type thing he's doing like to like the referee here. So we're gonna watch this again, but pay attention now to what she does with her hands, because you see like she sees what's coming and she's like, don't do it. I know what you're looking at. Don't do it.
Center of the platform.
And it's fucking perfectly timed. Like he knew the split second those doors are going to open. So, pow! And then just kind of grabbed it and ran out the fucking door. Yeah, now we need Sarah McLachlan playing "In the Arms of the Angels." We're gonna get a copyright for that one because I'm fucking on point with that. And it's like, yeah, you too can help this poor man if you can just spare 10 cents. Like this, we need one of those types of ads going like basically what we need to do for my fucking internet scenario here. Just for the price of a cup of coffee, you can support Shawn's need for the internet. Thank you. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Now, the last dude right at the end, he's like, what the fuck, this guy right here? What the fuck did I just witness here? Too funny. Now pull up some other fun videos. Oh, here's a little recap, like or an update for all of you people who've been following the Whiskey Capitalist. And you know that we talked about this Ottawa woodshop teacher with the big fake tits and all that type of shit. This dude's trolling the school, and he's trolling the whole school district because they've gone so woke, and he wants to like throw it in their faces. This guy got in trouble apparently in the past for what do we got? This isn't as bad as a twerking party at the subway. I don't know. I guess, but like this is a little bit more desperate if you want to consider it that. But anyway, back to the Ontario like teacher thing. Like this dude's already gotten in trouble in the past for like his right wing kind of like preaches in class and like trying to open kids' eyes to like the bullshit they're experiencing in the school district. So this guy like so this is a latest thing like breaking. Ontario's school board determines busty biological male teacher allowed to wear fetish props to school. So they acknowledge the fact that it's fake, and they're totally fine with it. It's like, oh, he's allowed to do it because he's admitting that I identify as a trans female. So now he's going around and he's teaching fucking woodshop. And like, this is honestly like the best photo for the entire thing. It encapsulates everything because he's wearing skin tight clothes, no bra with this prosthetic gigantic double Z tits. And it's right next to a table saw right there where he's where literally could like just cut the fake tit off while he's trying to like teach other kids like this is how you're gonna cut your 2x6s when you're making your fucking chairs or your nightstands or whatever the fuck it was. I did nightstands and Adirondack chairs when I was in wood shop. And you know what's funny about that? I was really proud of those items and my dad burned them. He set fire to my fucking woodshop projects because we were moving and he just like, I don't fucking want this shit. So then he burned it. And I came home the one day from work and like, I saw like there was a pile of wood in the driveway on fire. And I was like, what is that? And it's like, oh, there's just some stuff that I found around the house. And I couldn't find my nightstand or my Adirondack chair that I made that was sitting on the front porch. So he had burned my fucking shit. Oh, good stuff. Good times growing up. I think I got like a couple more videos or little fun things at this point, and then we'll be able to wrap this one up because this has been fun, guys. I appreciate all of you watching and being a part of the first Sippin with Shawn episode on the Till Death Podcast Network. I apologize for like the technical issues when it comes to like the Wi-Fi nonsense. I really need to just drill some fucking holes through like my floor and ceiling so that way I can run a hard line into like my computer or some shit like that. But it starts teaching Jamaican bang dancing. No, it's called daggering. That we learned that last time. If you were paying attention, what we teach you in the Whiskey Capitalist, we taught you what that type of Jamaican dancing, that hard like I don't know, it looks like rape dancing is called, and it's called daggering. And apparently there's entire competitions that like, you know, entire communities in get involved in and whatnot. I don't know. It's just like. It's disturbing to say the least. But all right, so here is another interesting. I don't want to say that this is necessarily like a fun video, but this is one that was like kind of trending today, and it's one of the ones that he said hardline. Thank you. Right here. So this video, this next one. It was kind of trending today, and honestly, I shared it on like the Whiskey Capitalist page, and I was like, you know, if it takes more than 2 minutes for you to like explain to somebody your relationship status or like who you're fucking, then you have mental fucking issues. Like you have severe mental illness going on because like it should not be that fucking hard. I'm single. I'm dating around. I'm married. It's complicated. Think about like what Facebook did like back in like the early 2000s. They basically set up the standard for like all this stuff. Like it's complicated. Oh, swingers over this, over that. Like, you know, there's all kinds of quick ways like you can just kind of quickly tell somebody, hey, I like to fuck lots of random things or whatever. But like now it's like I got to go into this whole long spiel and I have to create a video so all of you understand what's going on in my sex life. So here we go. And you know, she's not a winner by any means. Like this is a really sad group of individuals. My thoughts in the entire thing is the fact that like most of these people probably don't get sex like at all, like in like outside of this scenario. Like they need to be in this scenario to like have sex. So they look at this as like, this is the only way I can get off. So this is why they do it. But I just think that it's a complete waste of life. And, you know, this is the wrong way of living for sure. But here we go.
Okay, so this is our polycule.
Polycule. So instead of molecule, it's polycule because there's so many of them.
This is everybody, okay? We also have 2 kids, but we don't show them on TikTok.
Good. I'm glad you don't show the kids, but I'm really sad that there are kids involved in this at all. Now, I'm not saying the kids are involved in any kind of like weird sex shit. I'm saying like they're just in this scenario. They're living under the same roof as this nonsense. Now we'll just let her explain.
Okay, so me and Kyle have been together for 8 years. Been poly the whole time, okay?
Which, I mean, like if you and Kyle are together for 8 years, that almost sounds monogamous, but like if you're saying like, oh, we've been poly the whole time, that means you're not really together. That means that you're dating a bunch of other people at the same time. Like, so it's just basically your fuck buddies. Okay, got it.
Me and Kyle are in a triad with Kit.
Triad. With Kit. Whatever the fuck Kit is over there.
We have been together, the 3 of us, for 3 years. We have 1 child together. And
we have 1 child together? So there's a biological child that came out of this mess? Like the oh God. So this kid's gonna grow up to be like just as fucking insane as these people because he's gonna think that this shit is fucking normal. This is not normal. Stop fucking introducing your kids to your weird sex lives. Like just don't do that shit.
And she's 5. Oh, we don't show the kids on TikTok though.
Good.
Okay, so me and Kyle, Kyle, and Kit, we're triad. Okay? Okay.
Yeah, we're past that. Hurry the fuck up.
Now, me and Sam and Kit and Katie met around the same time.
Poor Kyle.
I started dating Sam and Kit started dating Katie around the same time. My dogs are going crazy.
No one cares.
So I started dating Sam, Kit started dating Katie, and then just about a little over a month ago, we moved everyone in together. So everyone lives in the same house.
So it's like, you know, a partridge family essentially, where it's like you have a triad, and then you have like these other 2 like open-minded couples kind of all living together. Like God, it's starting to get really fucking convoluted and like confusing as to what the fuck is going on. So if they can get laid, they should be no problem getting laid period. Yeah.
House now we all live.
But no, like I disagree because like they can't get laid in a normal scenario. Like they need to be in this type of a fucking like what would you call this, like a commune, like a hippie commune where they're sharing everything in order to like get laid. Because look at the group, none of these people are fucking winners. All of them are just like fucking strange looking. The only one that looks semi-normal is Kyle, and Kyle's the guy that got left out in the last grouping if you weren't paying attention.
Together. Also, I should have definitely done this at the beginning.
Yeah. Yes, Ian. Let's appreciate they're not fucking nudists.
They, he, and Kyle's are he, him. Also, Sam has a son who also moved in So total, there are 5 adults, 2 kids, 2 dogs, 11 cats.
11 cats. Now, first off, the fact that there's 2 kids involved in this entire thing is just fucking wrong. But 11 cats? Your house smells like fucking piss. I guarantee it. Because there's no way you have all female cats. So you have cats going around fucking spraying shit. Because one cat sprays the couch, another one sprays the carpet. Then they go around spraying each other's spray. And the next thing you know, your whole house smells like fucking cat piss, which is a strong fucking odor. If you've ever been around somebody's house who smells like that. I remember when I was like early 20s, and we went to a house party, me and a buddy, and like we went into this girl's house, and like they were doing like this whole like strip poker type thing, and so it was a bunch of naked girls running around. It was a great scenario to be in, but holy fuck, the whole house smelled like fucking piss because they had like 5 cats, and they were all males, and they all fucking pissed on everything in the fucking house. So like when I left there, I felt like I got pissed on at some point. Not by a girl or nothing like that, by a fucking cat, because I could smell it on me. It was disgusting. But yeah, so there you go. Guinness Record's going to show up and give the award for the craziest, ugliest sex group that procreated. You're absolutely correct. Definitely see them having 11 cats. Now, mind you, we are only halfway through the fucking video at this point. Like, how does it take this fucking long for you to explain your like home scenario? This is just sad to me.
I personally, Katie and I, we don't really have like romantic feelings towards each other. We have a huge platonic love for each other, and we're really great friends.
Good for you.
Kit and Sam.
You have a female
the
friend.
Same person, and they're best friends. And same thing. They don't really have a romantic love, but they have a platonic love for each other. Katie and Kyle, I won't speak for them. I really don't know. Like,
you're not following up on what's going on under your house. You're not gonna realize who's having sex with who. Just didn't get the golden shower. No, I'm glad I didn't get the fucking golden shower. Let's be fucking honest. That's disgusting. Holy fuck.
I think they're just like. They're the 2 like awkwards of the group where they just like finger gun at each other all the time, you know?
I'm gonna piss on you.
Kyle and Sam, they just bro it out. I don't know.
They just bro it out.
I hope that kind of covered it.
So if anything, Kyle gets a drinking buddy out of dealing with all this bullshit. So Kyle probably came into this whole thing like, I just want to be with you. He probably has accepted the fact that it was polyamorous, or like they call it a polymule or whatever the fuck it is. It's a molecule is polymule. They call it that. But let's be honest. This dude Kyle is lucky to get laid at this point. So he was like, "Oh, that's how you want it to be? Okay, whatever. As long as I'm getting sex, okay, sounds good to me." So he's just going along with this fucking shit. And meanwhile, she's like got all these other fucking weird relationships going on, and he's like, well, at least me and Sam get to go have beers together and hang out. That's cool, dude. Yeah. So like that's his whole takeaway from this whole thing. He's mental health. Thank you, Ian. Yeah. So again, this woman, she's kind of like got this whole like a group of concubine around her, and like you don't imagine her being the one that attracts all of this. Like really? This cat lady, this is the one that's going to appease the masses? Like, yeah, we all need to fuck her. Like, no, like this is just ridiculous. So anyway, I'm going to be done with that one. We are past the hour mark here, everybody. I think I have like one more short video I'm going to show, and then we are going to wrap this one up because I want to thank you guys for viewing the first ever Sippin With Shawn episode on Till Death Podcast Network. And let's go. Let's watch this last final video here. Oh, it's a palate cleanser, I like to call them, after all that nonsense. Little dick syndrome. The thing sounds like it's barely running to start off with, and like it definitely looks like it's a shop vehicle. Like it needs a lot of work yet. So let's just see what happens next. So doesn't buckle up. The door obviously does not lock, and he swung it way too fucking hard and end up in the street, and the car is destroyed. Meme incoming. All right, so with that, guys, thank you guys so much for oh, what we got going on? Oh, what's going on there? That was strange. Oh, female teacher now. Female teachers when I was growing up. Yes, thank you, Ian. All right, I was wondering what was going on. I'm like, wait, I didn't share that. What's happening right now? Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Sippin with Shawn. We're gonna try and do this on a weekly basis. If there's any reason why I can't do it, I will obviously send messages and let everybody know what's going on, such and such with my schedule. It's going to be posted on my Twitter and on my Telegram page, which you can follow them at solo.to/imshawncav. My Twitter is at imshawncav, obviously. If you want to send in articles and stories, by all means, please do. You can send that to sippinwithshawn@protonmail.com, and I'll leave that up there for a second. You can also go and join my Patreon page, where you can go and support the podcast as well, where I'm putting up some exclusive content as well on that page. I haven't put up anything in the past couple of weeks, but I'm going to be putting some new stuff up there in the next week or so. So I want you guys to go and join, support the podcast. A couple of dollars a month. It's not much of anything. It's nothing more than like a cup of coffee. And also we want to go and make a shout out to the tildeathstudios for making all the backgrounds and the logos and the graphics and all type of stuff. Ian busts his ass and working all night long because he sleeps during the day, so all night long is basically his daytime hours. So he works throughout the entire his day, creating all these graphics and different social media like things and whatnot for all of us who are on his network as well. And then you can also go to solo.to/tildeathpodcast, and then also the Twitter page is tildeathpodnetwork. You can go and follow over there, and we appreciate you guys for being a part of this thing. Thank you so much, and goodbye. Hey, thanks for watching this episode of Sippin with Shawn. Make sure you hit the like button below, and you also subscribe to the channel so that way you get more notifications so you can see all the other content that we're putting out on a regular basis here on the Till Death Podcast Network. And also make sure you go and check out solo.to/imshawncav, because that's going to have where all my socials are. You can go and you can follow me there and keep up to date with everything that I'm doing on a regular basis. So take care, and I'll see you in the next video.